Ah, ah. ನಂಗೆ ನೀರಲ್ಲ ಶಾಂತ
Hey, hi, good evening, guys.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You guys are able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So shall we begin the session? So shall we begin the session?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir, sure.
Sure, okay. Why there is less number of guys today?
So they'll come up to 10 maybe.
Sorry?
So they will come up to 9, 10 maybe. They're coming.
Okay, cool. Great. So yeah, let's wait for couple of more minutes and then we'll start. Okay.
Yeah, sir. So we can revise also.
That's cool. So yeah, so you guys remember about the previous sessions, right? Both the sessions where we talked about the initial system design, then types of system, then from there we moved to types of system. From there we went how this big billion sale and these things work, right? So you guys got any doubts or anything you have anything that you want to discuss with me? Hello.
Sir, I have a little doubt in sharding and shuffling.
Okay. Yeah, please
How
go
they are
ahead.
different from each other.
Both are not different. Sharding is the process of dividing it, and shuffling is done in the division. Which component will come and sit, which server will come and sit, or which data will come and sit.
So they are two methods of same thing, or
They are
we have to
one
do
after
both
another.
of the things.
One after the another process. You can take it.
So I didn't understand.
First, sharding is both happen simultaneously, you can say, where sharding is division of if you have a 1 TB of data, 100 GB of data. So now you are going to create small packets of it. Okay. So for example, 2020, like you create 5 packets. Okay. So inside the 20, you have 10. Inside the 20 one packet, 20 GB is there. 10 GB one packet and 20 GB another 10 GB one packet. So which 10 GB should come first and which 10 GB should come next? So that is decided by the shuffling. Division is done by sharding, and what comes inside it is decided by the shuffling.
Sir, both are compulsory process.
It is done compulsorily, but it's not necessary. Sharding is enough sometimes.
Okay, but sharding sometimes get fail, so that's why we do shuffling.
Yeah, we do shuffling because usually what happens is shuffling. Initial systems followed shuffling. Okay, after that sharding came into the picture. We can share the resource like that. So the shuffling was there initially, then sharding came into the picture, a new technique. Both got combined together. That caused issues in consistency. Then came consistency hashing, where to maintain we can do sharding shuffling with consistency like that.
Okay, so got it.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys. So let's begin the session. I think it's already 9:09. Okay. You can see today only 10 slides are there. So this is the system design 3 class. So we'll probably there are only few topics left, and after this we will jump into the web technologies. Today we will discuss about today I have a last slide called web history, and after this we will go to web fundamentals. I have a separate slide for that. Okay. So let's begin our session. So the one we are going to do today is, if there is something we need to recap, we will recap on system design 1 and 2. Otherwise, we'll go to elastic scalability. Then we will talk about MVP. MVP is minimal viable product. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so these two things we are going to talk about. Probably for 1 hour, we'll talk about these things. We will discuss these things, and after that, we'll move to the web technologies part. Okay. So I hope you guys will be excited for the web technology, right?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay, cool. So let's try to finish it off. This system designing one. Elastic scalability is one kind of topic where addition or removal of computing network infrastructure to the servers such that to maintain the traffic. Okay, so this one we have discussed yesterday only. We discussed about the additional adding of servers, right? So we have a lot of users, say A, B, and C, and we have a load balancer here. Yeah, exactly, the horizontal scaling, right? So in horizontal scaling, this is kind of horizontal scaling where we have a lot of servers, but when the number of users goes on increasing, at that time we dynamically add one more server. Okay, so you can see there are two major services today in market which are providing this. One is AWS, another one is called as GCP. Okay, so are you guys aware of these two words before I mean, you know what these two words are?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so not I'm telling that yesterday I used it. Before that, you know what this is and how it is used.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's really great, man. So yeah, I'll just explain it. If somebody doesn't know, I'll explain it once for that. So both are cloud computing services. So what they do is once you subscribe to AWS or GCP, right, you have an option to opt for dynamic servering. So whenever the users or traffic, a lot of people coming in or when less number of people coming in, so the number of servers are managed by them. Okay, so if a lot of people are coming in, they will increase the servers in order to maximize the performance. And whenever there is less number of people visiting your website or the content that you have published, at that time they will decrease the number of servers in order to maximize for reducing the billing cost. Okay, so this is these two services are important. And currently in this space, one new service has come which is called as Azure. Okay, so this is not new, this has been there for long time in the market. So this is managed by Microsoft. So AWS is given by AWS done by Amazon, GCP is Google's, and Azure is Amazon's. And there are few companies that are coming in now, like Oracle is there. Oracle is coming up now with their separate cloud computing services. I mean, it's still in a talk like that. So there are companies which will come up usually after that, but this is a very good market. Selling these services as a product is a very good market, but competing with these companies is a bit difficult. Okay, so this is about the elastic scalability, where we have the users, we have the load balancer, and we have the elastic scale here. This, depending upon this, we will know like how many people are coming in and how the traffic pattern is, so that we can scale the servers based on that. Okay, any doubts on here, guys?
So please explain again elastic scale again.
Okay, elastic scale is nothing but you can consider as a device which is going to determine the traffic pattern. Depending upon that, it is going to scale or scale up or scale down the number of servers that we are going to use.
Sir, on what things it depends?
This elastic scale is a piece of software, you can say, or a device which contains a software which will predict the traffic pattern, or which will interpret the traffic pattern, and depending upon that, it will tell how many servers to be loaded, how many servers to it will tell how many servers should be on and how many servers should be off. Still, you didn't get it?
Sir, I want to know that how it decreases and increases, on which factor?
It's
When it
simple.
increases and when it decreases.
Yeah, see, it depends upon the traffic. Traffic is number of people that are coming in. See, you have 3 peoples now, and say you have 1,000 peoples now, and one server can handle these 1,000 people. So this elastic scale which is sitting in between, this will see how many people are coming in. There are 1,000 people, so one server is enough. But after 1,000, it might break down. So at that time, it will ask AWS or GCP to create to give one more server. Okay, that will get added to the load balancer. Load balancer's configuration will be updated based on that. So once it is updated, the traffic will be divided between these two. For longer period of time, the traffic is between 700 to 1,000 only. In that case, it will ask the cloud service provider to switch off the server and divert these traffics to S1 again. Now you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any doubts here in this, guys? Elastic scalability part? Guys, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, great, buddy. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now we are going to talk about MVP. So till today, till now, yesterday the system designing 1 and 2, and today small theory. So all this theory we are going to consume together and going to work and create a small product. Okay. So till now this was theory. Now we are going to look into some real world use. We are going to create a small startup, and that startup is going to do something. We are going to create a product now, not coding, in theoretical way. Okay, we will see how actually the business works around. So once we talk about these things, right, you'll get to know how actually the industry is working. You can get an idea, I can say. Okay. So first, MVP. MVP is nothing but minimal viable product. Minimal viable product means whenever a group of developers sit together and create some product, create some piece of code, and that piece of code is called as minimal viable product when a particular they can deploy it somewhere, and some people can use it. When customers can access that and use that application, then that application is called as minimal viable product. If whatever code that you have written that is not used by the customer yet, then that is not a minimal viable product. So before releasing the version 1 of any app, this is the stage. And after minimal viable product, you have the version 1. Then it moves to version 2, right? And in between these two stages, right? In between these two stages, there are 2 more stages. One is called as alpha version, and another one is called as beta version. Okay. This alpha version is basically released to the internal customers. So we have an organization of 10 people where there are 10 guys. Say not 10 guys, there are 5 guys. Okay. Okay. This one is the founder. Okay. And this one is the business guy. And other 3 are the developers. Okay. So this founder will have an idea for which he needs the software. Okay. This business guy, he will hire a business guy, and he will check whether any customers are there in the market who are ready to invest, or if they create this product, if somebody is going to buy or not. So in small companies, these 2 guys are same. In medium-sized companies, these 2 guys are different. Okay. So these they will first look into the market. They will see how much percentage of market they can cover. Then they think, okay, there are a lot of customers there. They can ready to pay for this particular product. Then they will start the project. So once they start the project, they will hire developers. Once they hire developers, these people will come in, and after that they will do the architecture, like how the product should look like, how the screen should be there, what logic needs to be written, everything. So they will write everything, and they will release it so that these 2 guys can use it. The founder and the business guy, these 2 guys can use it and check whether for what they have created the application, they are able to do it or not. That is called as alpha release. And they after a successful alpha release, they will move to the beta release. In this beta release, what happens is they will release this app to only certain set of customers. Say some 10 people from outside the organization, they will select and they will send this app, and they will ask them to test use it. So when these guys will report something like this is not working, that is not working, this can be improved, like that. So again they will sit and work together, and they will again release the beta version. So once there is a good range, a good comments on the beta version, they will release it as a V1 version to the market. This is the phase where the investors and the sorry guys, this is the phase where the investors and the users, the users will come in and use the app for free. So investors will see whether this app is good or not. If they feel like, yeah, this is good, they will invest on this product. Okay. Sometimes the big companies, right, they see, okay, this is a good app, they will invest it, they will buy the product itself, company itself. Okay. If the users are there, initially they can use for free. And once this app hits the market and becomes a word of mouth, at that time they will release the second version with enhanced feasibility, and here comes the payment version. So this version becomes paid version. So guys, you understood this small flow, or you still do you guys need want me to explain this again?
Sir,
Please
again.
repeat again.
Sorry, I missed, guys. What do you guys
Sir,
say?
repeat again. Sir, please repeat again.
Oh, please repeat again. Okay. Okay. Let's consider. Yeah, you can say. Amazon Prime and Netflix both came into the market like this only. Let's consider one example. We are going to talk. Let's go to this website called as tinyURL. Okay. Here in tinyURL, if you go and paste an URL here, right? Okay, and you will make a tinyURL. So what it will do is it will create a separate URL. These two URLs are same. If you go and open this URL, right, it will open this particular website. Similarly, if you open this second URL also, it will open the same website. The only point here is this URL is masked. This URL is completely masked, and it is made into smaller format. You understood what is happening here, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the use case. Now this idea came to a person called that person is called as a founder. Okay, he got the idea that I can create what I need to do is there are a lot of people who don't want to expose the original URL, so they need a masked URL. So for that, I will create a website where people will come and put the original URL. I will give them a masked URL. Even when they click on the masked URL, the original site will open. That is the problem statement of this founder. Okay. Now what he does is he goes to the market and checks whether this particular idea has worth or not, whether people will use this product, whether people will pay and use it or not. So he meets one more friend called and he's the business guy, and they both go into the market. They go to different they interact with different people. They interact with students, they interact with teachers, they interact with software engineers, they interact with the people in the people who are the general public. Okay, they will find, okay, this is a valuable solution. So they decide and create a requirement. They create a requirement. Okay, this kind of project should be there. What they create a requirement is it should a website where two input should be there. Okay. Here in the very first input text box, input 1, the user will paste the URL. This should be masked, and a new URL should be present in the input text box 2. So this is the requirement. Is the requirement correct, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they make the requirement. Now what they do is these two guys don't know how to code. So they hire developer. They hired 3 developers to work on this. Okay. All three are developers. So these guys sit and create this web page. They create database where they will store this URL and the newly created URL. They will create the logic. These guys will sit and type the logic and all. Okay, they will create the complete project and they deploy it in a website, in a web server. Once they deploy it, that deployed version is called as MVP. It's a minimal viable product. Okay. Minimally, I mean, it has minimum amount of characteristics to work and justify the requirement. Okay. So this version is developed. So now what they will do is they will promote that into alpha version. So in alpha version, the developers will ask the founder and the business guy and the testing team. All these three people will check, test this alpha app. So they will see, okay, everything is fine. They will move to the next version called as beta version, where this is released to external set of customers. These are the external customers, which will be limited in number. They will not open it for everyone in the market. They will just open it for 10 people or 20 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people, depending upon the company size. They will release it. So these people will use the beta app. So once the beta app becomes successful, after fixing all the defects and all, they will release the version 1 to all the people in the world. They will release it worldwide. Okay. Here they will be using it for free. Okay. And once they see, okay, everybody is using for it free and everybody is using it, in that case, what they will do is they will add some more features to it. They will make it very beautiful and release the version 2, which becomes the paid version. This is the general principle that has been followed in the market. So you guys understood now? Hello? Yes or no to bolo bhai.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is called as a simple way of creating this. Okay. So that is, we have this MVP. Okay. So let's talk about the basic things here that I want to talk about. So what first we need to create the requirement. We know what a tiny URL is, what is our project is. Okay. Now we need to create the requirement. What is the requirement that we have as an founder? I mean, I'm going to create the product. I have a development team which is going to create the product, but I am the person who is going to deliver this idea to them. So what I will think about it as a technical team, I'll see how many number of users will be coming to the website and using it. Then I should have a login and sign up option. Then I need to think about the read and write ratio. You people remember the master slave architecture yesterday we discussed?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
here,
sir. Yes, sir.
okay. So in read and write ratio, read and write ratio is around 10:1. Okay, there I have given wrong. So that means one server will be doing writing and another 10 server will be doing reading. Okay, this is called as read write ratio. Okay, then I will think about then what is my main requirement. Is somebody have a doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, with that tiny URL, we can find that original URL, sir.
We can find the original URL. There is nothing wrong in that. But this is a small requirement. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I got it, sir. But how we can find it, sir? Because just now.
I will tell you how that works. Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay. So this is the tiny URL. Big URL. I mean, the big URL should be converted into a small URL. Okay. Then we will do some data analytics stuff here. Okay. Now let's consider. Let's consider. Okay. So these are the requirements that we have. So these requirements can be divided into two parts. One is functional requirement, another one is non-functional requirement. Functional requirement refers to all technical details. All technical details, like what logic needs to be written, what kind of coding language we need to use, then how much big the input box should be, how the page should look like, and what is the size of this box, then which color this button should be. All these technical level details comes in the functional level requirement. And in non-functional requirements, all the non-technical details come in, like how many people are going to come and use this website, how strong the connection should be. Then if I click on the shorten another, at that time how much time it should take to render, create the small tiny URL and come here, that how much time it takes, the complete latency. So these all things comes under non-functional requirement. Any doubts you have in these two difference, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. So now let's this is the first step, that is a requirement. So we will do first requirement, then we'll distinguish the requirement into two parts. One is functional requirement and non-functional requirement. The first development team will work on the functional requirements, then they will enhance the performance by working on non-functional requirements. Okay, so this is how the requirements is dealt. Now after that we will do some calculations. Okay, this, why do we need to do a calculation? Because we are creating a big solution now. So in that case, we should know how many users are going to come in. So say if users are going to come in, like 1 billion users are going to come in per day. Okay, 1 billion users are going to come per day here. So in that case, how much big my database should be, right? How much servers I need. These things comes under calculation, correct? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for simplicity, we will consider the 100 users today. 100 users will come by per day. Okay. So now I have a read-write ratio of 10:1. That means I have one node for writing, and for one writing node, I need to have 10 reading node. Okay. Sorry, 9 reading node. So in total, we have 10 systems. Okay. So here we have 100 people coming per day. So how many? So this is per day. Now we will find out QP. We will find QPS. QPS is nothing but number of queries per second. That means how many people are, how many maximum number of queries can come in 1 second. Okay, for that we can do 100 divided by 6. There are 24 hours in a day, so 24 into 60 minutes into seconds, right? So these many amount of queries can come in 1 second per day if 100 users are visiting in 1 day. Okay, distributedly we are speaking. If people understood what a QPS
Queries
is,
like what? Queries like, now which kind of queries?
queries is like how many people are coming and using the website, we can say for now. See, every time a person comes to this website and pastes a URL here and he clicks on shorten URL. Okay, so once it clicks on shorten URL, this particular request is sent to the backend. I mean the servers. Server processes it and sends back the response. So that is called as a query here.
So they just come for trial basis. So try this.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Please come again. Somebody asked the question, right? Can you repeat the question?
So they will just come to try this.
Yeah, just coming to try
It's
this.
working or not? No, it's benefited or not?
Yeah. They can come to try this, or they can use this product. Anything they can do.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we will first find the QPS, that is queries per second. So this gives us an understanding, like in a minute how many queries are processed. Okay. Once we find the QPS, we have the QPS. Say the QPS is 10 queries per second. Okay. For example, I'm telling. Now, in this 10 queries, we will check how many are write queries, how many are read queries. Okay. So let's consider I don't know about this and I have bought a hardware. I mean a small computer which is going to work as a server, which can withstand 2 people at a time. it can only support 2 people at a time. So in that case, the number of master node I require would be 10 into 1 divided by 10. Why I have used this? This is the QPS into the master ratio. Here we have this, right? We have this read rate ratio as 1:10, right? So we know for one master node there will be 10 reading nodes. So I will have 1 here, and what is the total amount of systems that we are considering here is 10. That is why we have 10. So in total we will be having 1 master node. 1 master node is enough. Similarly, we'll calculate that for slave node. For slave, what we'll do is QPS into the reading ratio node, that will be 10 divided by the total nodes. Okay, so like this we will find the slave. Okay, so this is how we get it. This will be 10. So there will be 10 slave nodes we require. So for one computer can withstand 2 users. So here one master node is enough, and here we have 10 slave nodes is enough. So we will be requiring 5 more computers for the slave node. Okay, so this is called as the calculation part that you do in order to find how many master node we require and how many slave node we require. I know, guys, this is a bit of mathematics stuff, but you people understood this, or do I need to repeat this?
So,
yeah.
So in any application, what comes under reading nodes and what comes under write nodes?
So see, these are nothing but servers only. So yesterday we talked about the master slave architecture, right?
Sir, I know that masters deal with write nodes and slaves deals with read nodes.
Yes.
Right, sir?
Yeah. So all the application. Yeah, what is your question first?
So my question is, in application, the application we produce, the developer will produce. So what comes under read nodes and what comes under write nodes?
Okay, I understood. I'll explain that. Okay, so let's talk about we have a the developers have created a tiny URL website where the user comes in, pastes a URL here. Okay, now this will make a call to the server once the button is clicked. Okay, this is a submit button. Okay, so we have a server here. Inside the server, we will write a code to shorten this URL, and that is the logic here. Okay, that is the logic here, and we have a database here, separate database. Okay, so what the server will do is the server will run the logic for this URL, and it will store the URL and the newly created URL, the new URL in the database. Okay, so this is stored here. So this storing part, this writing part or the storing part is maintained by the master. You understood why master is how master is used here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now once we have created the URL, we store it in the database and we will send that as a response to the server. The server sends it back to the UI, and that is pasted here. The new URL is pasted here. Okay, now the user takes this URL and he goes to the Google Chrome and he puts it in the tab, I mean the search tab, and hits enter. At that time, what it will do is it will this URL is recognized by the browser, and that is hit to this server. Again, it hits the tiny URL server. So this is a different kind of request. So this will go to the database and read it. Now reading happens. It will check for this particular new URL. Where is the new URL? And it will get the respective URL, and it will send that back to the this website, this browser, so that that page can be loaded. So here the reading happens. Okay, here we use the slave node. Guys, you
Okay, sir.
understood the flow?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, do you guys understood the flow, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody want me to repeat again? Great, guys. You people are super intelligent. Okay. Now we know how to calculate the QPS, the number of master node, number of slave node, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move to the next one. Just give me a second, guys. Let me drink some water. Okay. Thank you, guys. So next one is called as tech stack and deployment stack that we're going to see. So now we know the complete picture. We completely know what kind of architecture, I mean, we completely know how this complete product is working. Correct. Now we will go to the developers part, the developers role. Okay. So developers are the guys who are going to develop this complete project. So we know this particular thing, whatever we have developed here, right? This is developed by the developers. The server is developed by the developers, and the database is developed by the developers. So for front end means anything that the user sees or interacts with is called the front end. So whenever the developer is going to develop the front end, what kind of technological stack that he's going to use? Okay, for front end, right, we need to use we can use different technologies that are available. So in that list we have if we talk about simple things, then we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript to create a website. Okay, or you can use advanced packages like React, Angular, like that to create the front end. Okay, for backend, in simpler terms, we can use PHP. If you're going for advanced one, we can use Node.js, Golang, Python, like this. Okay, for creating the backend. Then backend is nothing but the servers. What a server we have here, right? This server runs some logic in order, and it runs some logic, and it stores it in the database. So all this code is written as code is called as backend. Okay. Then we have database. Database is here. There are two types of databases. One is a normal SQL database. Another one is NoSQL database. SQL databases are nothing but tables. Like we have this a table here, right? That is called as SQL database. And non-SQL database we will learn later. Okay, the MongoDB that you're going to learn in this course, right? That is a NoSQL database. Okay. Then we have DevOps. DevOps is something where this complete thing is going to be getting deployed. I mean, it is going to sit in a cloud machine. A server will sit in a cloud machine. This will get served in a certain place. So these kind of serving mechanism, I mean, the place where the DevOps come into picture is handled by, you can use the AWS or GCP today. I will, I mean, in the end of the course, I mean, I will create the applications. I will show how it can be deployed, how it can be passed to different users to use it. Okay, that everything I'll show you demo. Okay, so that is the DevOps part. Any doubt here in tech stack, guys? Tech stack or deployment stack?
No, sir.
Don't worry, guys, because these things, everything we are going to learn in the upcoming months. Okay, I'm not sure about the DevOps, but these three things I think we will learn completely. Okay. Any doubt here, guys? So far?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So let's talk about a very important topic, which a system designing has, and this particular thing is very, very important for all big companies. You name any big companies, they will ask this question. Okay, that is high level design and low level design. High level design is nothing but it's the architecture. I mean, it's a complete architecture. You can see this diagram, right? This diagram, how the complete product works, I mean, a high level thing. High level thought process is called as high level design, and low level design is taking one particular element and focusing on it. For example, I'll take the website here, and I will go to this and I'll check here where this box should be placed. inside this box, what is the size of this URL box? What is the size of this button? What color should I give to this button? Like detailing out each and every use case, that is called as low level design. You guys understood what is the difference between a high level and a low level design?
Yes, sir.
So
Do you
please
want?
repeat again.
Sorry.
So please repeat again.
Okay. See, high level design is you can say high level design. Okay. HLD. Okay, wait. I'll show you one PPT. Give me a minute. I'm just opening that. Okay. You people have used Quora, right? Quora website before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the high level design of the Quora, where we have the Quora UI, where you will be able to see the Quora app on your web browser or mobile app. Then we have the Quora API layer. This is the situation. This is the server which is going to send receive the data from the UI and send back the response. Then we have the Quora DB, where all the articles are stored, all the queries are stored. Okay, this is called as high level design. And once you get into each one of these, right, like what the UI is, what in backend, what code you're going to write, what logic you're going to write, what is this design of tables in databases. That is called as high level design. You guys understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So that is called as high level design and low level design. Okay. So yeah, guys, with this, we finish off the system design, fundamentals or anything. All the 3 classes, we finish it off with this, the system design. So in terms of system design, coming to the interviews perspective, they will ask you guys to draw high level design and low level design of certain system, or they can ask you theoretical questions from whatever we learned yesterday and today. Day before yesterday and a bit of today theory. So there will be some theoretical questions around it. Okay. Then you need to practice about high level and low level design of different systems like Paytm, Quora, like this. So you can find these resources in YouTube and internet. You can read through that, or we can have one more class where I will explain you the high level design of one particular system and how to create a low level design of one particular system. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In AttainU, I have taken this high level design, low level design class as a live session in YouTube. I don't know whether you guys watched it or not. It is there in YouTube. Whatever I have displayed now, right? The Quora high level design and Paytm's low level design. This is available in YouTube. If you people want to watch, you can watch. No worries on that. Okay.
सर आपने यस्टरडे और उसके यस्टरडे के लेक्चर के वीडियो अपने अटेन्यू पे डाले नहीं सर?
Actually, I don't upload that. It automatically gets uploaded, right?
No sir. I don't know about that, but वो आए नहीं सर वो lectures.
Okay. I'll ask the respective team about it. Okay, because they
The
said to
lectures are
me.
there. Lectures are there.
No.
Please check it, guys. If it is not there, end of the session, please remind me again. I'll ask the AttainU team to look on that. Because
नहीं सर, नहीं आ रहे सर.
Okay. I'll ask them to look on that.
The lectures are there, but they're above, like they're in between. In 17th week they were. I saw them.
Week 18 के बाद तो कोई आए नहीं ना.
Week 17 है भाई ये तो.
नहीं, week 17 के उसमें है वो. Week 17 day 1.
ये तो प्रोजेक्ट फेस सेशन है ना.
उसमें लिखा है सिस्टम डिजाइन 1, सिस्टम डिजाइन 2 ऐसे लिखा
अवेलेबल है लेक्चर्स अवेलेबल है. स्क्रॉल करके चेक कर लो.
अच्छा मिल गया सर.
Okay, cool. Okay guys.
वो अलग-अलग इसमें है.
ठीक है, sure. So, are you guys comfortable with the system designing now?
Yes, sir.
Give me 100%, guys. I mean, I want answer from everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got only answer from 5 people.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you share this PPT and along with
Yeah.
the PDF?
Yeah, definitely. I'll share it. I mean, I have given my WhatsApp number to guys, right? So somebody ping me in WhatsApp. I'll share to them, and from there you guys can share in between yourself.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Otherwise, what I'll do is-
what's
what I
what's
will
your
do-
WhatsApp number?
Yesterday I shared it here, right?
Yesterday. Okay.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Okay, I got a message that can you brief the today's session in five minutes or so. So you're not able to understand today's session, the person who have pinged me, or do you want to wrap it once? Yes. Okay, cool. Fine. So yeah, okay, guys. So with this, I'll just wrap it again. Whatever we discussed today, and after that we'll move to the web development. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll do one thing. I'll share my email ID here. Okay. Yeah, ping me on. Somebody mail me on that. I'll mail those PPTs to you guys. Okay. I guess somebody has switched on their video. Okay, I have to switch it off. No worries on that, but guys.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can share this PPT in notes now, sir.
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it in the notes. Actually, I missed it yesterday. So today I'll try to share it. Okay.
Yeah, okay then.
Okay. I'm new to the platform that I'm using, guys. So I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, I
about
know it, sir, because
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There is so much of extra talk. Let's move to the content now. Okay. So what we discussed today, we talked about elastic scalability. So elastic scalability is like horizontal scaling, where dynamically we add servers, we dynamically remove servers based upon the number of users coming in, and number of users which are going to come and use the system is generally called as traffic. Okay. Then we talked about MVP, where MVP is a minimal viable product developed by the developers. Then how it is released and as the alpha version, then beta version, then how it moves to the real market as a version 1 product and version 2 product. Okay. And apart from that, we talked about how the requirements are made, what kind of calculations we do in order to find the number of users coming in, then how many servers we require, what is the number of master node required, what is the number of slave node required, and we will do the calculation for QPS, that is query per second. Okay. Then we talked about what kind of technologies are there to create the product, then how we can deploy it. Then we talked about high level design and low level design. So this is what we talked about everything today. Okay. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Let's move down to the history of web applications. Okay. In history of web applications, let's start it from 1980s. Okay. That was the time when internet got into the picture, and that was the starting time of internet. So internet was one powerful tool that was coming into the picture. So around 1990s and 1995, that particular internet period is called as Web 1.0. Web 1.0 was nothing but it's a basic HTML, basic pages. We can see basic websites in which you'll be able to see the content. You can read the content, you can consume it, but you can't interact with it. You can't interact with those things. There were limited information, there were limited amount of scope and things. That was called as Web 1.0. Then a lot of companies came together. They started working on this internet. They thought internet is going to be a very big thing. They started developing products so that they can earn from internet. So that started a very good push, and that became Web 1.0 or 2.0. And this Web 2.0 is the current phase, what we are in now. Okay, so in this phase, we have the complete internet is ruled by data. So that data is called as information. So everything in the internet become data centric. Every product, every company, everybody who's there in internet is there for data. Either they are giving data, or they are buying data, or they are selling data, or they are capturing data. You consider, you name any company, they lie in these four categories. Okay, so this is called as the web 2.0 version. Here and after that, a new version which is going to come now, I mean it is already started, that is called as user centric version, web 3.0. And this is the version that I'm currently working now. Okay, so in web 2.0 there are a lot of loopholes, because data became very, very important, and everybody started capturing it without your consent. You ever noticed, guys, you people go and search some product in Amazon or Google or Flipkart, then you go to Instagram, or you go to Gmail, or you go to some other website, you'll see an ad of that particular product. Anybody have noticed this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
because your data is getting captured some or other places, and those data are sold to different companies. Okay, so this is called as so this become a very big problem. So that is why if you see in 2 years or 2.5 years back, there was an antitrust movement in US, where Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of the CEO of Facebook, which is called as Meta today, and Google's Sundar Pichai, and Microsoft's Satya Nadella, these people were called to the court, and they were questioned how they are using your data, why you are using people's data like that. So before that actually came because everybody was using the data. That shouldn't be happen, right? If you are going to use something, your data shouldn't be get captured. That is what we believe in. But everywhere the data is getting captured. We talked about cookies, right? A few days back, right? Cookies. You people remember? We talked about
Yes, sir.
something.
Yes.
Anybody can tell me why we talked about cookies and why cookies are used?
Sir, to store that data temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily it stores the data. It stores the data temporarily. At the same time, it tracks the user what he is doing in the website. So tracking, capturing, these things are happening, right? For that, what happened was, in Europe there was a commission, okay, which commission called as GDPR. GDPR was a commission, and I can show you what actually happened on GDPR. So that is called a General Data Protection Regulation. So according to this, they formed some rules so that in Europe, if somebody is going to use a mobile phone application, there should be a limit to which the companies can take data. Apart from that, if they take data, they will be fined very much. A lot of fine they will get it. Okay. So during this moment, I mean, this particular things are happening around during Web 2.0. That time, these problems came in because there was only centralized one server. Consider now you have a mobile application, you are using a bank application, say SBI, okay, and this is your money, this is your bank vault where your money is there. Okay, now you are the user. You have the mobile application, you go to your SBI server, and you will see how much money is there in your account. Okay, now you want to transfer it to another person. Okay, this is person A and this is person B. So you will send a request to the SBI server, telling it send my money to another person. This is A's money, this is B's money. So once the request comes, it will go to this place. It will take the money, whatever you have sent here, say 1,000 rupees. It will go and deposit it into the B and subtract it from the A, and it will send it to the B. So this one server is responsible for all the transactions. So anybody who is going to do that needs to do this transaction through SBI server only. If your account is there in SBI. So this particular bank holds all your information. and if he wants to sell this information to somebody, he can sell it. So everything was centralized. One central server was there, which is maintaining all the data. So there was one particular party who is maintaining all the data. So this is called a centralized system. So here, the person A and person B doesn't know the balance of person A and person B. They only know there, right? So we trust only this particular thing called as SBI server. We trust this. So whatever this tells it, we are going to trust it. If it says your account doesn't have money, then we will think, okay, we don't have money. For example, you wake up tomorrow morning and there is 2 crore rupees in your account. You will believe or not? There is 2 crores in your account and still you people can't believe.
No, शौक से मर जाएंगे सर.
The people will be not happy if you get 2 crores in your account tomorrow morning.
Obviously, sir will be happy.
Yeah. Then after 10 minutes, you get a message from bank saying that that is a wrong, we wrongly deposited it. We are removing it. So what happens at that time?
I said don't
उतना
remove it,
time
it's my money.
Sir, no loss, no profit.
Okay.
सर उससे पहले FBI आ
उतना
जाए.
उतना उतना समय ही नहीं दूंगा सर. उससे पहले ही मैं वो ट्रांसफर कर लूंगा
Withdraw
दूसरे
कर
अकाउंट
दूंगा.
You are like me, man. You are like exactly like me. Okay. So basically we will trust this guy. Okay. So if Indian government comes and asks SBI to give me the bank account detail, complete detail of transaction history of a person called A, they need to give it. According to RBI rules, if they want to give it, they can give it. Okay. So to demolish that kind of behavior, there should be no monopoly. Anybody will not, nobody should know what transaction I'm doing and what I'm doing like that. So for that, a new way of web came into picture that is called as decentralized networks, where there are a lot of nodes. This is not maintained by SBI or anybody. One particular node might be maintained by SBI. Okay, the other are public. These are few people. I can maintain a node. You can maintain a node. Anybody can maintain a node. So this is a ledger. If somebody does a transaction, it is stored in the ledger. Similarly, everybody's ledger will be same. If a hacker comes and hacks this data, in this case, if he hacks into SBI server and he can remove your money, SBI can they can track that hacker. That's all that can be done, right? But if some hacker comes here and tampers SBI's data, no problem, because these people will have your data, so your money will be safe. If everything is tampered, then only the money will be deducted. Otherwise, the money won't be deducted. And tampering every node is not possible in terms of blockchain and things. So that is why this Web 3.0 is coming into picture, and most of the people are working now, have started working on Web 3.0. So yeah, you can think about it, guys. So you guys understood what Web 1.0 is, Web 2.0 is, and Web 3.0 is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, or do you people think this is waste of time?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Also,
Sorry? Okay, you guys understood these things, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So now let's move to the web technologies. Okay, I'll open up a new slide. So
Hello, sir.
yeah.
सर यानी ये बात लेक्चर के बाद डाउट पूछता हूँ.
What is it out? Sorry.
सर मतलब आप एक ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू दे सकते हैं कि जैसे सीएसएस में क्या 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 पढ़ना चाहिए, जैसे बूटस्ट्रैप आता है, टेलविंड आता है,
Sure.
वो
I'll
सब
take this.
डाउट है.
Sure. Can I take this question at the last?
यस सर.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks. Okay, let's now focus on this could be a kind of a general session. I mean, general things. Like here we will talk about we'll talk about internet and website basics, then what a web development is, and what is full stack development. Then we'll talk about whether full stack development is a good career choice or not. Then we will deep dive into HTML directly. Okay. So just want to confirm before starting this, whether from Attain anybody talked about full stack development and whether it's a good career choice or not, and how you need to train yourself to become a good full stack developer. Anybody talked with you guys before?
तो सबसे स्टार्टिंग में हुआ था जब स्टार्ट भी नहीं हुआ था तो
Okay, so they have talked, right? So can I skip this or should I cover this?
So
Sir.
cover it.
Everybody is okay if I cover these things?
Yes,
Yes,
sure,
sir.
cover it.
Okay, cool. So let's jump into that. So I do remember, I mean, this is a copied slide. So people might remember this slide from the first day, right? So you people know what internet is today. Okay, now let's move to the web products and website. So let's talk about web products. So web product is nothing but it's a website only, which is developed any code that you're going to write, which is going to be in and around internet will be called as web product, which will solve some problem. Like if you want to message somebody, you create an application, that is a web product, which talks over internet. That's a web product. If you want to do a video call with your girlfriend or boyfriend, then you create an application to do a video call, which happens through the internet. That is a web product. So anything which is happening in the web through which you are able to achieve something, or at least you can pass your time with it, that's called as a web product. Okay, and website is a basic web product, and most of the companies who came into the internet market from the early 2000s to early 2000s, you can say around web 1.0 and web 2.0 time. So these guys developed websites as their main products. Okay, any question, guys?
No, sir.
So what a website is? Basically, website is nothing but it's a compiled program which consists of three major technologies. One is HTML, another one is CSS, and another one is JavaScript. So HTML is nothing. Consider a human body now. Okay, consider human body. So whatever you are seeing, the hand, the skin, the eyes, the nose, mouth, everything, that is called HTML. Whatever things, whatever content we are seeing in a website comes under HTML. Okay, then we have CSS. CSS is the beauty of the website, the aesthetics, how you look, how color, what is the color of your skin, how big your beard is, how long your hair is, right? These aesthetics parameters comes as a CSS. It's called a CSS. Then we have JavaScript. JavaScript is the central nervous system of your body. It's like it's a core part of your body, core part of the website, which is going to do all the interactive stuff. In the website, you have a button to click. In the website, you scroll down. In a website, you click on something and you open a new page. So all these interactive things are dealt by the JavaScript part. Okay. So all together is called as a website. So whenever you load a website, all these three things comes to the your browser. Okay, browser is specially designed to read and understand these languages, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Like a human mind, the browser is a person who will read these languages, understand it, consume it, and give it to the user. Okay, so whenever a website loads in a web browser, first HTML page is loaded. HTML page is loaded on the on your web browser. Then the respective CSS is applied to it. I mean, whatever beautiful things that you want to beautify in your website, that is applied next as CSS. Then finally, the JavaScript will be applied to the website, like where you need to click, how you need to click, like that. These things will be applied at the last. So anytime any one of you have noticed, whenever your internet is slow, right, there will be some empty page. I mean, the website would have loaded, but not correctly. It would seem like not correctly loaded website. Did you people anybody notice that?
Yes.
Yes.
That is because when internet is slow, so HTML page will load quickly, but JavaScript and CSS needs to get downloaded into your mobile, your web browser first. So that is slower. So once it is downloaded, then it gets applied to the website. And sometimes you might see once CSS not when the website is distorted, at that time you people will not able to click. Right, you will not able to perform the respective functionality. So that is called that is because JavaScript comes at the last. So now you people understood what a website is and how HTML, CSS, JavaScript are used.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess somebody was asking about the CSS, right? Mohammed, right? Junaid,
Yes, sir.
Junaid, you asked, right? Yeah. So in terms of CSS, for you can study a Bootstrap, then you have normal CSS, then you have SCSS, then you have SASS, like that. So these things you can study for CSS.
So 4-5 डाउट्स है वो लेक्चर के बाद क्लियर कर दूंगा.
Okay, ठीक है, no problem. Okay, so this is all about the website base. Okay, now let's move down to the web development task. So web and stack, these both are a kind of a big buzzwords today in the industry. So any interview that you're going to attend, right? So you will see web and stack, both these words will be commonly used. Okay. So the basic web development starts with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. When you look into in advanced manner, right, there are four major components that a full stack developer should think about. I mean, they need to know these 4 components. The last one is bit of an optional one. So it's up to your choice whether you can learn this or not. Okay, but the first 3 are very important in terms of if you're going to be an full stack developer. Okay, so I think this course is a full stack development course, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here we will start with front end development. So front end development, as I said before, front end is nothing but whatever the user is able to see on the screen or he is able to interact with, that is called as front end development. Okay. The another so whatever you see, I mean, it can be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything comes under front end development. Okay, and after that, whatever the data that you display in the website, right, that comes from the database, that is stored in the database. So there is a middleman who goes from front end to database, gets the data, process the data, and comes back and give it to the front end. And that guy is called as backend development. Okay. And database is nothing but it's a big storage device, or you can say a storage place where data is stored. Okay. And DevOps is something where front end, back end, database, all 3 are deployed on internet so that lot of users can access it. So that work is done by the DevOps. Any doubt in these 4 things, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, cool. So let's go to the next slide. So let's talk about what a full stack development is. Okay. Basically, full stack development is a methodology which will address all the stack layers. Here the stack layers, what we talk about is nothing but the 4 boxes in the previous slide. Okay. So that is called as the full stack development, where you will develop everything starting from the first, second, third, fourth, all the 4 boxes. When you develop, that is called a full stack development. And the full stack developer is a person who has a broader experience on all the stack layers and the expertise in few layers. That means in these 4 boxes, if you're a full stack developer, you should know what it is, at least a broader knowledge on all the 4 things. And you should be very much focused into 1 or 2 things. You can be a full stack developer, but you know you have a high exceptional skill in front end. That is acceptable. You are a full stack developer, but you have a high exceptional skill in backend. So that is also acceptable. Similarly, like that. So either you should have a high expertise in front end, or you should have a high expertise in backend, or you can have high expertise in both also. So that depends upon the person. That depends upon the choice. But you should know both with database to be a full stack developer. Okay, so you understood, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So see, the last line is very important. They should be able to render a minimal viable product in a given stack. You understood this statement? We talked about minimum viable product now, right? Before, I mean, the 1 hour ago, I mean, half an hour ago.
Yes.
So you should have that much amount of knowledge so that you can completely create that product. Okay. So this is about the full stack development. So let's go to the, let's check whether full stack development is a good career choice or not. Yes, it's exactly a very good career choice today, because the completely market has moving towards the full stack developers, because previously the company used to have different teams for a product. If they are going to create some project, right, they will have a front end team separately, then they will have back end team separately, they will have DevOps team separately, then they will have database team separately. So everybody was expert in that team because they only work on one particular stack. Then what happened was, company saw he need to hire 4 people to do a single job. To create a single website, he needs 4 people. So he started thinking, how can I minimize the people? At the same time, this was one reason. And another reason was, when front-end guy is there, he will develop something. If something is not working, he will put the blame on the back-end guy. The back-end guy will put the blame on front-end guy. So the blame game started. So to stop these things and all, right, what they did, what companies did, what they created full stack development, where everybody knows everything. So in this case, you can't put blame on anybody. At the same time, instead of 4 people, I can have 2 people, 2 full stack developers to complete the job. I'll pay them more. Okay, so that is why full stack development become a good career choice, and it started paying a lot of money for this particular job. Okay, now I have a general question for you guys. So what is your motive, guys? Is money is your motive to be a software developer, or solving problem is a motive?
Both.
Both. Okay. I need at least few people to answer this question so that I can understand your mindset, guys. Then I can talk about how that things happen.
Mine it's both, sir.
Okay.
To
Both,
solve
sir.
the problem, I think when we are good at it, then money will automatically come.
Okay. Fine. Others, guys? Okay, fine. So see, basically, when you are an fresher, right, at this time, people should not think a lot about money. You should be very much focused on gaining skills. Okay, because whatever you people have studied so far, so whatever you have worked so far, right, that is not real time. When you get into the market, when you become a full stack developer, you will be having so much of responsibility and accountability. When you work in a startup or a very big company, take any company. So wherever you go, right, definitely you will be in a certain position where you will have a lot of accountability and responsibilities. So you need to be prepared for that. So to do that, you need to learn the real-time experience skills that you can achieve by developing a lot of projects. Okay, for that only I asked this question. Then let's move to the next slide. Okay, what is front-end development? Before going to this, I wanted to tell you 5 minutes about interview experience that I had. If you people are okay with that, I will speak. Otherwise, I will put it to the last of the session.
No, sir. You can share it right now, sir.
Okay. So this is an experience from Honeywell. So Honeywell is a company that I appeared for an interview. There were 8 rounds of interview for me during that. Actually, it should be 5 only, 4 and 5 only. But what happened, I'll tell you. So the very first round was a coding round, which was Hacker Earth. They gave me a link to Hacker Earth, where there were around 3 problems to solve, DSA problems to solve, and five DSA questions. Around trees like this, multiple choice. These questions were there. So I did that. I cleared that round. Then they called me up for a technical round, interview 1. Okay. So this was around 1 hour, half an hour. This interview took place. So in this, they went through my resume, and this resume, what are technologies I mentioned, what are projects they mentioned, they all verified. I mean, they talked with me. They asked me what I did and what kind of code I have written, which language I have used, like this. So this was my first round. I mean, the second round, technical round. After this, they called me for the third round. And the third round was full of third round was 2 interviewers were there, and it was of system designing, where we need to design a system, we need to design the database, we need to design the high level design, we need to do the low level design. So these things were there in the third round. Then fourth round was completely coding plus technical round. So there were 3 guys who were interviewing me. 3 guys were sitting in front of me. They were asking random questions from front end, back end, database, like that. So 2 guys were asking. One guy was focusedly asking questions on front end. A second guy was asking questions on database and back end. And the third guy was giving me problems to write answers. So it was like I need to. The third guy gives me a question. I write algorithm in a paper. At the same time, the other 2 guys will question me. I need to answer it. So it was they were testing my whether I was able to work under pressure or not. This was my 4th round. Then the 5th round, 6th round, both were technical round. It was technical interview based on a project I need to code. They gave me a project to code. They gave me 3 hours to code it. So I coded it in the system. Then there were 2 rounds based on that. That was 5th, 6th round. Then 7th round was a cultural fit round, where they talked with me. They understood whether I have a good mindset or not to work in that company, like that. So that was the culture 7th round. And 8th round was my salary discussion. And with that, I cleared that interview and joined Honeywell. So this was my experience with Honeywell, guys. So I had a doubt why I'm getting this much amount of interviews in this Honeywell. So I approached my manager after joining. I approached and asked them why this much amount of this was there. So he said, actually, we were hiring for software engineer 1 position, but you seemed very potential. So we moved you from software engineer 1 to software engineer 2 position. So I went and appeared for software engineer 1, but they moved me to software engineer 2 directly, even though I had only 3 months of real-time, industry experience. So this was because I have worked a lot during my college days as a part-time developer, and I had solved so much amount of DSA questions, so which helped me to directly go to software engineer 2 position. So that was a really good package, really good project, really good position. So it was really good. So just telling you. So if you have a very good amount of skills, right, there will be a lot of doors which will be getting opening for you guys. Okay. Any questions there, guys? You guys have on this? Was it a boring story, guys?
No, sir, it was a very interesting story.
Why you
Thank you for sharing.
left the company?
Sorry, what is the question?
So why you left the company?
Okay, the reason
Honeywell.
I left Honeywell was I wanted to work on Web 3.0. So the project currently I was working was a security product, and it was called Smart Cities. Okay, it was Web 2.0 product, and I know Web 2.0 is going to be there for next 15 to 20 years. But I had an interest of blockchain and AI ML, like that. So I moved. See, tomorrow if I want to go back to Honeywell, right, they will definitely take me, because I have proved myself there. So definitely I'll be having a little less amount of round of interviews, but definitely I have faith in myself that I'll be able to clear it. Okay, so this comes after once you have a good amount of skills in your hand, when you continuously practice. The problem solving skill is very, very important, guys. Learning technologies, anybody can learn technologies through internet or joining class or anything, but problem solving skill is very, very important. that will only develop when you try to solve problems, when you practice the problems. Any other question, guys? Okay, so let's move down to the next one. Let's talk about the front end. So in this front end, they're going to look forward to 4 W's of front end. 4 W's is like what is okay. Okay, cool. So there are 4. Sorry about the numbers, guys. Okay, so we'll talk about what is front end, why front end, and where front end and when front end. So what is front end? Front end is something that a end user looks up to. He's able to see it through his eyes. He's able to interact it with his hands. That is called as front end. And why do we need front end? Front end is required because not everybody is a programmer. Not everybody will understand what this product is. To understand that, to give it to the person who doesn't know technology at all, we require a front end. That is why we have front end. Then where front end? Where we need to develop front end. So any product that is going to be in the customer's hand, and the customer have a zero knowledge about technology or a minimum knowledge of technology only, in that case, you need to give a front end so that the person will understand what that is. Then we have when front end. So when we need to create front end. So there are projects in different big organizations where there is no front end at all. Only they have the service. Through service, they make the job. But when we need to create a front end, so front end becomes a very good perspective for a business. Any business that is going to be a customer facing business, that requires a front end. Okay. Any doubts here, guys, in 4 W's of front end?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Cool. Let's move down to the next one. So what kind of front end technologies that we are going to study and learn, or what it is there? Okay. So basically you can see HTML, XML, these things are there in basically. In advanced way, if you're going to look, we have Angular, React, Vue.js, like that. Libraries and frameworks are there. So you people have heard about these technologies before, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what all technologies you guys have heard about before?
Angular and React.
Okay, Angular and React. Others?
Sir, basic HTML, XML.
HTML, XML. Okay.
HTML and XML, sir.
Okay, HTML, XML. Okay. Okay, cool. So okay. So I'll tell you the difference between the basic and advanced. Okay. The basic ones are very clean and simple. They're very, very clean and simple. Anybody can learn it very fast. Okay. The advanced ones are a bit complex, but easy only. They are divided into frameworks and libraries. I'll talk about frameworks and libraries now. So framework is something which is fully comprehended. So modern web technology is called as modern web technology architecture is called as MVC. This is the modern architecture for This is the modern architecture of web development. So M stands for model, V stands for view, and C stands for the controller. So this model is nothing but, you know about variables, guys. In Python, you might have declared variables, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can consider those variables, and type of that variables is called as model in terms of web technology. View is something which a person sees in the screen. Okay. Then controller is something which has the logic to bind this variable on the screen so that the user can see it. For example, we have a variable like where name equal to Gopi. Okay. So, and we have a website. We have a website here. So this particular name needs to be binded to this website, and that job is done by the controller. Okay. So the framework will have all these three things: model, view, and controller. And Angular is a framework. Okay, the frameworks are a little bit heavy in weight because that they have a lot of data inside them, and a lot of you can say packages in them. So that is why the frameworks are a little bit heavy. Then we have library. Library is very lightweighted. It's just basically it is some amount of code which is wrapped together, which can be included anywhere and can be used. And basically that library will either have M or V or C. Okay, so React is a library which is nothing but V. V is used to view. So React only has knowledge to see it. Okay, to maintain the state, to analyze the state, for that we don't have anything in React. For that only we use another package called as Redux. I think Redux is also there in your syllabus, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Redux is used for state management. Okay. React is used for view. M and C, the model and the controller is given by the React. We include both inside the program and we use it. Okay. Inside an Angular application, you can include React and use it. That is possible. I have worked with composite technologies like Angular React, including React components inside Angular. I have worked with that before. So I can show you an example in near future. Okay. So this is the difference between framework and library. Any doubts here, guys, on this particular slide?
No.
The Vue is also a library.
View, even I don't know. Let me check. Okay, this is not a library. It's a framework. Vue is a framework, guys.
So which is better, framework or library?
So library is lightweighted. If that depends upon what purpose you are building the website is. If you're only going to build a website which is going to view data and show data, that's all, then you can go with React. If you're going to have a data which needs to maintain a lot of states, lot of state management things, then you can go with Angular. Okay. Today, I can see in market there is a huge demand for React developers. Okay, guys. Yeah, that is
Yes,
that's all about this slide. Any other doubt, guys?
No. No, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let's talk about HTML. Okay. Okay, 1 minute, guys. So yeah, guys. So now we have HTML. So in HTML, basically, HTML is a front-end technology. It's nothing but hypertext markup language. That is the full form of HTML. Okay. So in this with this HTML, how we are going to save an HTML file is through .html extension. Why we use .html extension is because the browser will then only it will understand that this is actually a file which needs to be interpreted and showed in the browser. To understand, to make the browser understand that, for that we use .html extension. And so how the browser knows it's an HTML? Through this extension only. And who is responsible for HTML? So HTML, who developed this HTML? Everything is depends upon the open source only. It's an open source technology. Any developer can add things to HTML and they can push it. There is a central organization which sits, which understands whatever you push, and they will check it and then they will release it. So HTML is nothing. It's an open source language only. Anybody can use it. So this is a basic intro of HTML, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody try to ask doubt? Huh? Okay, cool. So let's look into a basic HTML program. Okay. So in basic HTML program, we will see, we will detailedly cover about the HTML programs and how we need to create it, how we need to work with that from tomorrow onwards. Today we will just see a basic program, okay? And after this, we will go for the MCQs, and after that we'll go to the question answering session. Okay. So in basic HTML program, we will have two major tags, that is HTML and /HTML. So whenever greater than lower than symbol is there, inside which a tag is there, this is considered as a tag. This particular structure is called a tag. Okay. So every HTML page or HTML program will have a starting tag as HTML and an ending tag as /HTML. This slash you can see here, right? That is used to close a tag. This is opening a tag and this is closing a tag. So this complete HTML program is enclosed inside HTML tags. Okay. After that, like in human body, the HTML program will have a head, body, and footer. Okay. So head is something which will contain the details about the page. Whatever page that you are going to code, right? That particular details are included inside the head tag, like title. Then you have the metadata, like what this page is about, how this page is used, like that. So that comes under head. Then body will have the data which needs to be displayed on the website. Every website, all the website content will be inside this body. Okay. So for that we use body tag. Okay, leave H1 and P1, that we'll discuss tomorrow. So you people understood the basic HTML the code. Are you people able to understand the basic HTML code here, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And sir, what is the
Yes,
HTML5?
sir.
Somebody asked me a question. What was the question?
Sir, HTML5 क्या है?
Okay, so as we talked about Web 1.0, Web 2.0, Web 3.0, right? Similarly, HTML also has versions, and HTML5 is the newest version, which supports a lot of features.
जैसे sir?
That is a version of the program. Like in Python, you have 2.6, 3.0, like that, right? Versioning is there, right? Each version will have newer features, newer tags. So HTML5 is the standard version now that all the browsers understand.
And sir, जो हम लोग use करते हैं वो?
It's HTML only. Whatever we are going to use, it's going to be HTML5.
सर वही चीज यूज होती है जो HTML में यूज हो रही है, वही HTML5 में.
हाँ, same वही यूज होने वाला है भाई. बस it's going to be same. Only there might be few new things came into HTML5. That's all. In previous HTML, right, you need to mention at top with the document type as HTML. Okay, I think somebody might have coded previously, right? They could see exclamatory mark, doc type, HTML, like that. You need to mention. Then only the browser will able to read this HTML5. So in HTML5, right, that is removed. Only HTML tag is enough. The browser will understand this is an HTML code.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So now this is a time for a few MCQs, guys. Everybody look into this because I'm going to post MCQs. Okay. So everybody there in the call, right? I'm going to post MCQs, guys.
Yes, sir.
I got logged out again. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, I have posted the first one, guys. Are you guys able to see the question?
Yes, sir.
Everybody answered the first one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am posting the next one, guys. Yeah,
सर वो
posted
2 मिनट का
next.
टाइम लिमिट रहता ही है।
Sorry.
2 मिनट का टाइम लिमिट रहता ही है क्वेश्चन में। आपने 5 मिनट कर दिए।
अरे कल मतलब बहुत सारे लोग आंसर नहीं कर पाए थे ना, तो अटेंडेंस नहीं मिल रहा था उन्हें, तो इसलिए मैंने 5 मिनट कर दिया है। वापस 2 मिनट कर दूं?
Excuse me, sir.
सॉरी।
सर जो ये वाला आपने क्वेश्चन दिया है इसमें सर ऐड ही तो होते हैं सर्वर।
मैंने क्या क्वेश्चन दिया था?
व्हाट इज इलास्टिक?
स्केलेबिलिटी।
यस सर।
हाँ।
तो इसमें सर्वर ऐड ही तो होते हैं सर डायनेमिकली।
सबने आंसर नहीं किया अब तक, तो सबको आंसर करने दो, फिर मैं बताता हूँ, ठीक है?
यस सर।
I'm posting the third one, guys. I have posted the third MCQ.
सर
Yeah.
जो क्वेश्चन 3 दिया है आपने उसमें तो आंसर
उसमें क्या आंसर?
हेलो
Yeah. What was your question?
व्हाट इज HTML?
Yeah, you're not able to find the answer.
तो सर एक्चुअली मैंने सही आंसर दिया बट उसमें रॉन्ग बता रहा है।
Okay, what answer did you choose?
फर्स्ट ऑप्शन।
Okay, see the spellings, guys. That is hypertext markup language. Second one, not hypertext.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Got it? See, you need to be precise on that things. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Sorry.
Okay, guys, I'm posting the fourth one, the last one. Okay, somebody asked me a question, right? The elastic scalability. So for elastic scalability, both adding and removing servers will happen. Okay. Not only adding and removing, both happens.
तो सर आपके उसमें करेक्ट आंसर रिमूविंग है.
यस सर, दोनों वो मेरे में रॉन्ग बता रहा है सर, रॉन्ग आंसर.
एक्चुअली दोनों टिक करना है आपको, तभी आपको राइट आंसर दिखेगा.
ओके सर.
Sir, I marked both of them. It was showing correct.
So what did it show?
Sir, I marked both of them. It is showing correct.
Okay, yeah. You need to add. You need to put both. Then only it's show correct. Okay, guys. I think the answer only 30 seconds is left for the last one. I see only 23 people have answered it. 24 people only answered it. 2 people didn't answer. Just check it, guys. Somebody who didn't answer. Okay. Now let's do a small program for HTML, guys. Okay. Do you want people to? Do you want guys want to do program?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Let's open Visual Code.
छोटा बच्चा जान के मुझको ना समझाना रे.
Who's that? Okay. Now let's. What is the first thing required for an HTML file?
HTML tag.
Yeah. So first I will type HTML tag. Okay. Then I need to close this HTML tag. Okay. Now inside HTML tag, I'm going to use body. Okay. And I will close the body. And inside that I will type, hey guys, how was the session? Okay. Now I'll save this. Save this on desktop, and I'll save this as index.html. And I save this. Okay.
Sir, all the files are saved in .html.
Not necessarily, but index.html is most commonly used one, so we are using that. You can type gopi.html, you can type your name.html, anything.html will work. Okay. And, I have it in my desktop. Okay. Now if I open this file, right, it will get open on the browser. Now people are able to see, right, whatever we typed in the body, we are able to see here. Hello guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you people now know how to create an HTML file, how to type a simple code and show it and open it in a web browser, it will open.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I want you guys to try a simple program today, just a small piece of line only, like this. Okay, like this, you need to try something and see whether you are able to load that particular thing into your as a website in your browser or not. Okay.
Okay.
Even I'm sending you this code in the chat. I want you guys to try. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's all for today's session, guys. I think we covered a lot of things today, right? So fast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So were you guys able to follow the complete session? You were able to understand, right? Or did I miss anything?
Yes, sir.
Did I go very fast? Anything? Any problem, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
issue.
Okay, okay. You are liking the way of teaching, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool, guys. Any questions, any doubts you have, guys, you can ask me now. Somebody had
Hello,
doubt,
sir.
right? Said they will ask me at the last. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
सर CSS में फ्रेमवर्क और प्री प्रोसेसर में क्या फर्क रहता है?
Okay, framework and preprocessor. What you can say is okay, let me think about it, how I can explain you in simple terms. See, what you can tell is the frameworks, like you can take Bootstrap. Okay, these are nothing but they are predefinedly written. They are pre-made. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is CSS code only, but they are pre-made. You can just take it and hook it. That is framework. Pre-processed is something where you will write a high-level code that finally will compile and become a CSS. Like you can use less, or you can use SASS or SCSS, which is advanced format or other format of CSS, where you write the code in that language, that technology, and finally the browser will compile that, and once the program is compiled, right, that becomes a CSS. That is preprocessor.
So, sir, we can write in normal CSS also now. So what is the use of preprocessor?
So same, few people consider normal CSS kind of heavy, so they go for a lighter framework. Sometimes the syntax that we follow in CSS, right, that is too tedious, so they want simple syntax where you can they can add more, they can cover large amount of area, so they go for SCSS or SCSS, like that. So that is the reason.
और सर jQuery क्या है?
jQuery is like it's a way of accessing the HTML HTML tags and modifying whatever it is inside it. It's a technology which is used to capture or perform or render or update certain things on a website.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I know I have answered it in a very high level manner, but we will cover these things in the future classes. So don't worry, I'll explain it thoroughly. Okay. Yeah, I'll open up the attendance, guys. Wait. I have created the attendance, guys. Are you people able to see the attendance?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Somebody is asking me to write the HTML code in Notepad. I don't have Notepad in my system, guys. I have only code editors with me. I'll try to install Notepad and come back. I'm using an iOS system. Is any other doubt, guys? You have anything that you want to tell me or ask me something?
No, sir.
Okay. Somebody has messaged me in WhatsApp. WhatsApp me, right? To give me asking for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I send to you, you can send it to everyone, right?
Yes, yes.
Wait, I'm just attaching the file so that you can get it. Okay, I think you're able to check that file. Okay, you're not
Zip
able to
files
open
है
it.
sir.
Can you open that and see it?
सिस्टम में ओपन करना पड़ेगा सर वो सिस्टम में एक्सट्रैक्ट करके मैं शेयर कर दूंगा कोई दिक्कत
ठीक है देखो क्योंकि because these PPTs right are created in iOS so it would be in key format.
हाँ की फॉर्मेट है तो वो मैं कर लूंगा कन्वर्ट.
Okay, okay, cool.
अगर कुछ दिक्कत रहा तो मैं आपसे कांटेक्ट करता हूँ.
Sure. Okay, somebody is asking how to compile and how to execute HTML code. There is no need to execute. You just write the code, save the file like with .html extension, and double click on that file. It will open on a browser automatically. See, guys, I have shared my number, but please don't try to call me a lot. Okay, just message me in WhatsApp. Once I see it, I'll revert back to you. Okay, guys, I'm telling you guys only. Hello.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. And yeah, don't share my number with anywhere, any place. Okay. Okay, guys. That's all for today's session, guys. If you got any doubts, we can continue, or else I can close the session, guys. Here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank
guys.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, sir. Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Good night, guys.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night.
सर आपका नंबर
Episode day. Okay, guys. Good night. Bye, guys.
Good night, sir.
Good night, guys. Keep reading. Study everything, guys. Okay. Bye, guys.
Good night, sir.
Good night, guys. Bye.